Hello, guys. Thank you for choosing the flowering for your weekly tarot reading. Welcome, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We're going to take a look at your week of November 4th through the 10th. And it looks like you guys are starting with the overall energy of the Eight of Wands. Hence the title, Things Are Moving Now. I get the feeling that after some blockages, after some walls and barriers have fallen down, things are opening up, and it's really opening up because Sagittarius season is next, right? So I feel like there's definitely movement, and it's strong movement pushing into Sagittarius season, but you got to push through Scorpio season. And I think that's why the movement is actually showing up as the overall energy, is that you're definitely moving. Things are definitely sprouting, and here comes your season. So thank you. Now, with that being said, I'm going to move these out of the way. We're going to start with Aries. Wow. All right. Yes. So, in the month of November for Aries, this is, you guys are anticipating the culmination. Like I just said, you guys are waiting for your season. You know that major awards, rewards are on the way for you. Okay. You know that it's going to pay off. All the work is paying off. You know that the pay is coming, basically. The payoff is going to be great. So this week, November 4th through the 10th, I get the feeling that you may be tying yourself or working in the community more, doing some volunteer work even. But I get the feeling that you're feeling abundant. You know that you have something to give and share. And because you're in a more comfortable place, or you feel yourself shifting to a more comfortable place, you are feeling more motivated and encouraged and empowered to be of help and service to others. You're allowing yourself to be around others, to go to events. This is family ties and generational type stuff. So there could be something that comes up this week that ties to an elder or a significant family member. Yeah, friendships. We're talking about community. All right. So, highlighted this week for Aries is your connections, perhaps, your community, how you show up in your community, and the value of the people that you're connecting with. You're going to be assessing and putting some energy into those relationships that you know are fruitful and have gone the distance and will continue to go the distance. Basically, the friendships that have survived the tests of time, you are putting your energy into them so they can continue to be fruitful and stable. More so than that, you're also looking at those relationships, why they're even there, and what they bring to you, how they contribute to your stability, your groundedness, your security. Yes, right. So this week for Aries, there's definitely something that's going to come out. There's something, someone wants to talk to you with that Eight of Wands as the overall energy too. So things are moving. I feel like these are feelings being expressed, passions being expressed. Um, I want to say truths, but I don't get the feeling that it's basically a lie being coming out, but more so just learning things about your elders or family members, friends, siblings, learning things about them that help you to move forward. Basically, they bring you a better understanding of you as well, and connection that you have with those people. And when you have a better understanding of yourself in relation to others, then you can move forward in a way that supports those connections and you, or your process is what I'm getting at. So as you get to know these people on a deeper level or a higher level, more spiritual or energetic level, you become closer to yourself, and therefore create a more fruitful environment. Your confidence is built, is heightened. Your endurance is strengthened, or your sense of endurance is strong this week. And strength. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six pack. Okay. So this strengths. I feel like this week, for Aries, you're going to see what actually creates the sense of foundation in your life. With Aries, you are the Emperor card, and it talks about foundations, stability, fortitude, going the distance. What's going to keep us grounded and balanced? What are my pillars in life? What do I rest my morals and my beliefs on? On the other hand, for Aries, you are seeing how people around you, your community, your friends, your family, even places and activities and experiences, you are seeing their value and how they've added to you and grown you, expanded you, built you up. Basically, you're seeing the lessons, one of them being the strength that has been implanted into your being. All in all, for the week of November 4th through the 10th for Aries, you're going to be seeing things be highlighted for you as regards to your connections to people, how you relate to others and how they relate to you, what they add to you, how they strengthen you as a person, as a being, and how you do that for others. Leo. Yeah. Leo, things are moving now that you've cut it out. All right, Leo. Queen of Swords. Leo, your whole winter, I was going to say, is going to be lit. Okay. It looks like your winter months are going to be very successful. Things are really going to be moving. Either your things that you are passionate about are going to be moving quickly. Okay. Changes will be made so very easily and quickly right now. Leo, I think that you're adopting the Queen of Swords energy. Not only this being the seasons, but you're adopting the Queen of Swords energy in a way that now that you have stepped into the position, now that you have accepted this new self, this new chapter, this new energy that you put out or that's being presented to you, once you've stepped into the fact that you have been transformed, that transformation is taking place or has taken place in your situation by way of detaching, by way of facing things that needed to be faced. Leo, I feel like you're taking that energy still into the winter months. Into the winter months, you're taking forward progression. You want forward progression, and you're willing to be the scissor happy queen, okay, for the sake of your transformation, for the sake of acquiring a higher perspective. Yeah, for the sake of success. Right. Okay. There are For Leo, there are behaviors that are falling to the wayside. This is tied to a relationship. I don't know why I got that, but for those who came here looking for information on relationships, the success of your relationship is going to weigh heavily on your ability to cut out all the things that create, I say all the things, but to cut out the things that create barriers or boundaries in your connection. The success of it relies heavily on your ability to maintain that detachment. For some Leos that are here for relationship information, you could be at a distance with someone. And so your associations or their associations, while you guys are separate, may cause tensions. And so the success of this connection, like I said, relies heavily on both people being able to see what causes an issue and detach from it. Okay, so otherwise, this is really that same energy is going into any other areas of your life that you might be taking it into. So, in work, in career, in money, in family relations, in community, the success of your projects and your endeavors is going to be weighing on your ability to maintain a higher perspective and to keep clear of clutter and confusion. Ha, right. So, romantic feelings coming out here. I get the feeling that, in general, this is talking about you getting clear or you acknowledging how things make you feel, how you respond, how you relate to certain circumstances, situations, people, energy. Okay. You being clear on this is the feelings that they're talking about. How you feel about circumstances and situations, and then how you handle those feelings is going to be the success of this project, relationship, whatever it might be. Tying that into love, this is you getting clear or you clearly and effectively expressing or conveying your feelings about something. This is not just about I love you or I'm so deeply in love with you, but expressing the things that may not even be so pleasant to express, but will bring success into the situation once they're put out there and allowed to be processed. Ah, so it doesn't surprise me that the last card of your deck is communication, right? Wonder how that other person is feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army where there's a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will be made. Sorry, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with that aphorism. Again, this pushes that point that success in whatever situation you came here inquiring about relies on communication, effective communication in the situation. It relies on you communicating with yourself the truth of the matter, and it relies on you communicating with the surrounding environment through your actions, your behaviors, or whatever the case may be, what you don't desire or what you desire to bring into it. I forgot the first end of my sentence there just then. So for this week, communication is going to be key for Aries. I'm sorry, for Leo. Communication is key. Speak up about how you feel. And the challenge is, or the discomfort is simply the not knowing how it's going to be received, but it brings success to you in your journey. Okay. Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius, okay, so for this week, I get the feeling that there's some sense of worry or lack about moving forward with a certain situation. I always say certain situation about moving forward or how something is going to be taken care of is how it feels. Because usually that lack mentality is just tied to not knowing how it's going to come about, right? Not that we don't believe it exists, but we don't know how it's going to get from there to us so that we can take care of the problem that we have. So it's not even for Sagittarius. Oh, yep. Surrender. So it's not even that you're worried about money per se or being left out in the cold. I think that what your issue or what you're facing is the idea that better is there. It just hasn't made it to you yet. So your Sagittarius could definitely be asked to let go of the need to see or know how this is going to turn out. You've been in the blind for quite some time. So some Sagittarius this week will have a reveal of what has been hidden from them this whole time. And I get the feeling that it's going to be a pretty pleasant surprise. You know, I totally agree that, I totally agree. I'm a firm believer in the fact that, when we're presented with these struggles, delays, disappointments, just things not working out, when we're presented with that and we surrender to it, we have the upper hand at that point, because the delays were put there, or the delays are inserted into your experience to see how you will handle them. Will you buckle under the pressure? Or will you surrender to the experience and allow it to do in your life what it's meant to do? Yeah, so I'm not getting that it's telling you, oh, don't do anything about the situation, but it's telling you to surrender to what is happening. Acknowledge that if I keep bumping my head as I try to get out of this situation, maybe I'm not supposed to be out of it just yet. Yeah. And I need to say this, a desire to get out means that you still haven't surrendered. If you need to get out, it's not surrender. Perhaps you've become more passive, but you haven't surrendered. Wow. So twice now you have control, to let go of control and allow it to unfold naturally. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful confirmation that comes out again for you, is that if you are in this, not if, but those of you who are in this energy of not knowing how it's going to turn out, this is going to turn out in your good. You know how the Bible tells us that all plans are for our good, not for our failure, right? So whenever we're in struggle, we know that we're being prepared and stretched for whatever's next. And if we surrender to that stretching, that preparation, then then can we fully enjoy what comes after. So because if all the blessings come to you right now, you'll still be thinking about this. You'll still be worried. You won't know if you can trust it. That energy will bleed onto what's trying to come into you. So let go of control issues. It's going to turn out in your favor. Allow it to. And it's going to introduce a sense of vitality. So what you felt like you lost here is going to be restored. I like how there's 5 here too. So it's going to be restored. All right. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. Okay, so closing with this message for Sagittarius, So this struggle that you're surrendering to right now, or that you may find yourself in, and just kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and see what happens. It's meant to usher in a new sense of strength. Okay, so each of these coins, these feelings, these fear, doubt, disappointment, lack, whatever this is, these are things for you to overcome so that you can see your strengths in these areas, right? So that you have a new sense of vitality. You can see yourself differently in relation to money, abandonment, things like that. All right. I'm going to pull you another card, pull you guys another card to close this reading. And thank you so much for coming and watching with the flowering for this week's weekly. Closing for for the fire signs, guys. This was definitely on the bottom of the deck, and I just decided not to take it. And then I shuffled, and it came out anyway. Perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it. You just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. Just doesn't sell a lot of posters. Sorry, guys. So, overall energy following up with the fire signs, things are moving for you. Things are definitely moving. Persevere. All of those pieces, all of those places that you bumped your head, the perceived failures along the way, are all in order to build up your sense of perseverance, your strength, your courage, your sense of self. Okay. Thank you, fire signs, for coming and watching with us. We hope that you'll come back for future readings.